Hello, fellow aficionados. Imagine a life where anger has no power over you, where the chaos and provocations of the world pass by without ever rattling your peace. As the ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound insight is the key to unlocking a life free from the chains of rage. In a world that thrives on outrage and quick tempers, mastering the art of removing anger isn't just a personal victory, it's a revolutionary act. As we dive into the transformative power of Stoicism, prepare to uncover a path that not only frees you from the grip of anger, but reveals a life where your inner tranquility remains unshakable. Brace yourself for a journey that will change how you view every confrontation, every annoyance, and every setback. Discover how to reclaim control over your emotions and transform the way you navigate a world designed to provoke you. The power to change your life starts now. I strongly advise you watch until the end for better and in-depth understanding and perspective. Now let's begin this, shall we? Number 1. Anger is a self-imposed punishment. Anger isn't something that just happens to you. It's a choice, a subconscious decision you make to respond to something in a way that hurts you more than it helps you. Stoicism pulls back the curtain on this self-sabotage. You start to see anger for what it really is, a form of self-punishment. Every time you let anger in, you're handing over control not to the person or situation that triggered you, but to your own irrational response. It's like slapping yourself in the face for someone else's mistake. You're the one who suffers the headache, not them. Think about how crazy that is. You're not gaining anything from it, not solving a problem, not improving a situation. You're just letting yourself boil over, and for what? Stoicism steps in and asks you, why are you torturing yourself like this? It's brutally honest and makes you realize how pointless it is to stew in your own negative emotions. Once you see anger as this unnecessary burden you've been dragging around, you start to drop it. Because who willingly holds on to a burning coal? Suddenly you stop reacting, because you recognize that letting yourself get angry is like setting yourself on fire in hopes that the smoke will choke the other person. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work. Stoicism teaches you to cut off the fuel for that fire by refusing to let anger become your default reaction. You choose peace over punishment every single time. Number 2, the blame game is over. Anger thrives on the belief that someone else is responsible for how you feel. You get cut off in traffic, your coworker talks over you in a meeting, someone makes a snide comment, and instantly you feel wronged. The knee-jerk reaction is to point fingers and blame them for your boiling blood. But Stoicism drops the hammer on this mindset and says, hold on, that's not on them, that's on you. It's a wake-up call to realize that anger isn't triggered by what people do, but by your own expectations of how they should behave. You expect drivers to be courteous, so when they aren't, you lose it. You expect coworkers to be respectful, so when they cross a line, it sends you spiraling. Stoicism teaches that these expectations are the root of your frustration. Once you let go of the idea that the world is supposed to treat you a certain way, your anger starts to dissolve. You no longer get outraged by others' actions, because you stop expecting them to play by rules they probably aren't even aware of. What's mind-blowing is how much freedom this gives you. The second you stop blaming other people for your feelings, you take back control. They no longer hold power over your peace of mind. Their rude behavior? Irrelevant. The only thing that matters is how you choose to respond. Stoicism strips away the illusion that others can push your buttons and leaves you with the truth. The only one with their hand on the controls is you. When that reality sinks in, it's like someone turning off the anger switch altogether. Number 3, your control starts and ends with you. Anger loves to convince you that the world owes you something, whether it's respect, fairness, or just basic decency. But Stoicism pulls the rug out from under that lie by making it clear that you control absolutely nothing outside of yourself. Nothing. You can't control how others act, what they say, or what life throws at you. What you can control is how you react to all of it. That's it. When you finally accept this, something remarkable happens. Anger starts to feel pointless, even foolish. Why get mad at things that were never in your hands to begin with? It's like getting mad at the weather because it's raining on your day off. It doesn't change anything, and the only person it hurts is you. Stoicism is like a reality check that tells you, stop wasting your energy trying to control the uncontrollable. You shift your focus to the only thing that's truly yours, your own mind. This realization is powerful because it strips anger of its fuel. When you know you can't control that rude driver, that difficult coworker, or that unexpected setback, you stop letting those things throw you off balance. You reclaim your power by staying calm and choosing how to respond instead of letting external events jerk you around like a puppet. Stoicism teaches that peace isn't something you stumble into when everything's perfect. It's something you create when you stop needing everything to be under your control. Number 4, seeing life as a test, not a threat. Anger has a way of making every little inconvenience feel like a personal attack. Someone cuts in line and it feels like an assault on your dignity. Someone speaks to you in a condescending tone and suddenly it's a battle for respect. But Stoicism flips the entire perspective. Instead of seeing life's annoyances as threats to your ego, it encourages you to see them as opportunities, tests of your inner strength. The real shift happens when you stop looking at these moments as problems to be solved with anger and instead see them as exercises for your mind. Every time someone frustrates you, it's not an attack, it's a challenge. Can you stay calm? Can you remain centered? If you pass the test, your peace remains intact. If you fail, the only thing that suffers is your own state of mind. Once you start approaching life this way, anger stops making sense. You realize there's no point in getting worked up because the battle is not out there with others. It's inside you with your own reactions. The more tests you pass, the stronger your control over anger becomes. Eventually, situations that once made you furious become laughably insignificant. Life throws its worst at you, and you just shrug it off because you've built the mental muscle to stay calm in the face of anything. Stoicism turns everyday irritations into moments where you prove again and again that nothing can shake your peace unless you let it. Number 5, you stop taking things personally. Anger often feels personal, like the universe has it in for you. But Stoicism reveals a crucial truth. Most people aren't thinking about you at all. When someone cuts you off in traffic or dismisses your opinion, they're usually wrapped up in their own world, dealing with their own issues. They're not trying to sabotage your day, they're just living their lives, often without a second thought about you. This insight is liberating. Once you realize that people's actions are rarely a direct attack on you, anger starts to lose its grip. You stop internalizing every slight as a personal affront. Instead, you see it for what it is, an expression of someone else's struggles, not a reflection of your worth. The annoyance you feel is based on an illusion that you're the center of everyone's universe when, in reality, you're just another player in the crowd. When you stop taking things personally, you let go of the need to react with anger. The person who cut you off, they're probably late for something important and are more focused on their own stress. The colleague who belittled you, they're likely dealing with their own insecurities. Understanding this shifts your response from indignation to empathy. You begin to see anger as a waste of energy that could be better spent on things that actually matter. Stoicism makes you realize that when you stop personalizing every slight, you free yourself from the emotional chains that keep you tied to anger. Number 6, perspective gives you your peace back. Anger often feels like it's consuming your entire world. But Stoicism teaches you to step back and view life with a wider lens. When something enrages you today, ask yourself, will it even matter tomorrow or next week? This shift in perspective can be startling. The trivial annoyances that seem monumental in the heat of the moment often fade into obscurity when viewed from a distance. Think about the last time something made you furious. Maybe it was a rude comment, a missed deadline, or a small setback. At the time, it felt like the end of the world. But as days passed, you probably forgot about it or realized it wasn't as significant as you initially thought. Stoicism encourages you to fast forward to that moment of clarity, but without the waiting period. By training yourself to see the temporary nature of these triggers, you prevent them from becoming massive emotional investments. This approach is not just about calming yourself down, it's about stopping the cycle of rage before it starts. When you recognize that most of what angers you is fleeting and insignificant in the grand scheme of things, you stop letting these moments dictate your emotional state. Instead of letting anger steal your attention and focus, you learn to let it pass like a cloud in the sky. Stoicism helps you understand that your peace of mind is worth more than holding on to temporary outrages, and you begin to cherish the serenity that comes from viewing life with a broader perspective. Number 7. Stoicism doesn't need revenge. Anger often leads us to dream of sweet revenge, a fantasy where we get to settle the score and show the world that we won't be pushed around. But Stoicism throws cold water on this notion by making it clear that revenge is a fool's errand. The idea that getting back at someone will somehow make you feel better is not only a mirage, but a trap. When you seek revenge, you're not just trying to make someone pay, you're dragging yourself into a cycle of negativity that drags your own peace of mind through the mud. Stoicism reveals the harsh truth. Revenge doesn't heal your wounds, it deepens them. Every moment spent plotting, every ounce of energy spent nursing your grudge is time and energy siphoned away from your own well-being. What's astonishing is that when you embrace Stoicism, you realize that revenge is about as effective as throwing a tantrum. Instead of uplifting you, it only feeds the cycle of anger and resentment. Stoicism teaches you that true strength lies in rising above the pettiness of revenge. It's about finding your own peace, independent of how others behave. By letting go of the desire for revenge, you reclaim your emotional freedom and prove that no one else has the power to disrupt your inner calm. Number 8. Freedom from emotional manipulation. When someone can make you angry, they've essentially taken control of your emotional state. It's a power dynamic where your peace of mind is held hostage by another person's actions or words. Stoicism shatters this illusion of control by making it clear that you are the sole guardian of your emotions. If someone else's behavior can so easily disrupt your serenity, it means you're letting them pull your strings. Consider how often people's provocations make you lose your cool. Every insult, every slight becomes a puppet string tugging at your inner peace. Stoicism teaches that this is a losing game. The real power comes from being impervious to others' attempts to manipulate your emotions. When you understand that nobody should have that kind of control over you, it's like breaking free from invisible chains. This realization is both liberating and empowering. No one has the right to control your emotional state but you. When someone tries to get a rise out of you, Stoicism reminds you that your peace is in your hands, not theirs. You become the master of your own reactions, no longer subject to the whims of others. This shift from being controlled to being in control transforms your interactions and gives you back the calm and composure you deserve. Number 9. Embracing the inevitability of chaos. Life is messy. It's full of surprises, curveballs, and the kind of chaos that seems designed to trip you up. Stoicism invites you to embrace this chaos instead of fighting against it. It teaches you that resisting life's inherent disorder is not only futile, but counterproductive. Instead of trying to bend the world to your will, Stoicism encourages you to find peace by accepting that chaos is a part of life. When you stop expecting everything to go smoothly, you stop setting yourself up for disappointment and frustration. This acceptance doesn't mean giving up on goals or aspirations. It means recognizing that the path to achieving them will be full of obstacles and unpredictability. By expecting and accepting this unpredictability, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil of every bump along the road. This shift in mindset is profoundly liberating. When you embrace the messiness of life, you stop getting flustered every time something goes wrong. Instead of being derailed by unexpected setbacks, you navigate through them with a sense of calm and resilience. You stop fighting the storm and instead become the calm center within it. Stoicism shows you that the chaos around you is not a barrier, but a natural part of the journey, and accepting it as such helps you maintain your peace of mind through life's turbulent waves. Number 10. Anger is a thief of time. Anger is a relentless thief, robbing you of moments, relationships, and opportunities. Each time you let anger dominate your thoughts, it steals precious time and energy that you can never get back. Stoicism lays bare this harsh truth. Every minute spent fuming is a minute wasted, one that could have been used to build something positive or nurture meaningful connections. Think of all the hours you've lost replaying an argument or obsessing over a slight. That anger doesn't fix anything. It just eats away at your emotional and mental resources. Stoicism teaches you to recognize this as a colossal waste. The more you cling to anger, the more it erodes your time and your peace. By learning to let go of anger, you reclaim these lost hours. You shift from being a prisoner of your rage to an architect of your own tranquility. The moments you once spent stewing can now be invested in things that truly matter: personal growth, joyful experiences, and genuine relationships. Stoicism reveals that the greatest victory is not just in managing your anger, but in recognizing that it's stealing your time and actively choosing to stop it. When you grasp this, you take back control of your life, one moment at a time. In the end, mastering anger through Stoicism is not just about achieving serenity. It's about reclaiming your life from the clutches of pointless emotional turmoil. As you learn to see anger for what it truly is, a fleeting, destructive force that drains your energy and dims your clarity, you unlock the power to live more freely and fully. By embracing the Stoic principles of accepting what you can't control, focusing on your own reactions, and viewing life's chaos with a broader perspective, you transform how you engage with the world. Anger loses its grip and becomes an inconsequential part of your past, while your inner peace and resilience flourish. With this newfound control, you don't just navigate life's challenges. You transcend them, living with a calm and purpose that no external force can ever shake. Thanks for watching, fellow aficionados. Please share this video, like, comment below, and subscribe if you haven't joined the community already. Take care, stay strong, stay stoic. See you in the next video.